I was panicked, and I asked my teammate to go look. Can people go find my teeth? Because maybe they can just glue them back in. Not what they can do, but as the game was stopped, they look. They can't find them. I'm like, where are these teeth? And then my teammate comes back and she goes, okay, so we found them. But they're in the girl's forehead.
Hello and welcome back to Misery Loves Mandy, where comedians talk about miserable moments and whether or not they made them into jokes. This week's guest is a MLM favorite, Macy Isaacs. She's back. Pew, 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 pew. Every time I do that, I hate it, and I just can't stop it. Macy has her Don't Tell set coming out very soon, so look forward to it and check it out. And her Dry Bar, which is a clean comedy set, which is so impressive to do. So that's out now, so you can watch that now. Also, make sure to check out the Patreon. This second, like and subscribe because I love you and I need it. And yeah.
The Dry Bar's not out yet, but it will be soon.
Do you think it'll be out by Wednesday?
No.
All right, we'll start over.
Everything is to be
coming soon.
Yeah, to be coming soon.
Okay. Should we leave that in?
I think we leave that in.
Is her camera on?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good.
Yeah, I do too.
I was trying to think, when was the last time?
So this is my third time doing it.
You've been at all locations.
All locations. Should I take my shoes off?
Only if you want to. You got bare feet, though. You're going to make my podcast some money.
Please take all of it.
Oh, thank you. Everyone, zoom in.
Oh, I didn't get a pedicure, though.
It's okay.
No color.
Bare feet are great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I got this weird crack on my toe, and it's driving me crazy. My big
on
toenail.
the toenail.
There's a straight down crack. And I thought it would grow out, and it's not growing out. And I'm going to lose my mind.
It will.
No, it's been like 6 months. This is my toenail.
I don't think 6 months is long enough.
And they said it's from tight shoes.
Really?
I was like, I wear slippers.
Right. Are your socks tight?
I think they feel fine.
You think they fit?
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the content they want.
I guess so. Now I feel like I should put my shoes back on. You took yours off.
Yeah, no, it's great. We're comfy cozy.
Comfy cozy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Did that hurt?
Just a little.
Okay. There's a third time being on the podcast. So the last time had to have been like 6 months, a year, maybe. It was right before you launched your podcast.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So how long have you been doing your podcast for?
So maybe it was like in May.
Okay.
Was when we maybe I saw you in March.
That seems about right.
Yeah. March, April. Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's going well. We have season 1 out.
Yay.
And we are in pre-production of season 2.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, say the name. Say the name.
Oh, SSR, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes. Still the same title. If we ever when we take off, I can't wait for the rebrand to see what the head honchos will be like, because SSR I'm okay will not probably last, but golly, I love the title.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Seasons would be lovely. No breaks on MLM.
You're old school. I mean, that's like the podcast that I did before. It was every single week, never a break.
Yeah. And you had homework for yours. That's awful.
I know. It's good. Bless you.
Thank you.
It was good because you had something to talk about with someone else. I was like, this is kind of like, if I ever throw a party, I should have everyone watch the same movie before so people have something to talk about. Just because no one watches the same things anymore. We're all on different episodes.
Yep.
So if I just say, watch this.
Oh, question though about movies. Have you seen It Ends With Us?
No.
Oh, See? We should have sent you the movie.
You should have told me. You should have given me homework.
Oh, it was so
Bad.
good.
Oh.
Amazingly good.
Wait.
Yeah. Best thing I've seen. After watching it, I wanted to watch it right again.
The Blake Lively one.
Yes.
You know, it's like.
I know. There's so much drama.
Yeah.
And my best friend, we read books together, and she told me, don't read the book. The book sucks.
Huh.
And I was like, all right, I'll just wait and see the movie. Then all this drama about the movie.
Yeah.
And then I watched the movie, and I was like, let's just forget about everything that's happened, like, behind the camera. Oh, my God. I loved that movie so much.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Rotten Tomato right now?
Oh, let's see. Rotten Tomato, It Ends With Us.
What do you do when you have a nose itch?
Just itch it.
Yeah. I noticed you already did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes for It Ends With Us is...
So it's bad. It's 55%, but
That's from the critics.
that's the critics, which is kind of
in the viewers,
what I am.
89.
Which is what you are. Yes. This could not be more though. This movie is us. I feel like, I know I haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure I would agree with the 55%ers, but I'm willing
Give it a try.
to give it a try for you.
Give it a try. Oh, just loved it. And I never realized how pretty she was until this movie.
took
I
you this
never
long.
really watched her in anything.
I knew Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh my God, I forgot she was in that. I loved that movie.
Yeah.
I just remember the girl from, wasn't it the girl from Ugly Betty? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Ugly Betty.
Yeah. I like that you're saying the girl from Ugly Betty and not the woman from Barbie. Because you could have said that too.
Yeah.
But no, Ugly
Amanda,
Betty for sure.
her name's Amanda.
No,
right? Her name
America.
is America.
Ferrera.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, you can. Si se puede. You tried. What's yes, you tried in Spanish? To try is, I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I started a weird thing over the break. So I'm sick of clicking Instagram. So where my Instagram icon used to be, I downloaded a learning sign language app. And let me tell you, I am clicking that app a lot.
Not even meaning to.
Just learning sign language.
Tell me something. Show me something.
My
Well, don't
name.
speak. No, you can. I guess I don't know sign language, so please speak. So you're my name.
Sorry.
My heart. Sorry. My name. Mandy. So I'm Macey. What's the?
Yes.
This is yes?
Yeah.
I like that.
The one I learned that yesterday was pretty cool. See you later is like that. It's like, ooh,
I like that.
Isn't that cool? I'm like, where am I going to use this? Mm-hmm. How is this ever going to come in handy? But I am loving being on Instagram.
When it does come in handy, it's gonna feel magical.
She's got a new way to sign off every podcast.
Yeah.
I wonder if
That's true.
the C word is similar though. See you.
Oh, yeah. You could do C-U
In-
N-T.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's a fun sign off.
That is a fun sign off.
Or what's next Tuesday?
Oh, yeah.
Is your podcast every Tuesday?
No, but
No, I
that
meant
would be
see
funny.
you next Tuesday is an acronym.
Oh,
for...
no, I know.
Okay.
I'm trying to make
Yeah,
it.
that would have been fun. We were trying to come up, Mike and I was like, I need to figure out like my branding, like who are my people that watch. And I know I get a lot of guy viewers. Love ya. But I also would think if I were to create my brand, we came up with the perfect tagline. It was people who tailgate before a Taylor Swift concert.
Okay.
Is that what we said? That was what we said, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Okay.
People who will
Those
drink.
are the women ones.
Or just anyone, but
Okay.
mostly if we're saying Taylor Swift, it's
I
going to
see.
be.
I mean,
We're
there are
ideal
plenty of
fan
men.
base.
My ideal
Yeah.
fan base is people who
That's
drink.
your ideal fan
People
base.
who
Okay.
party, tailgate
People
before a
the
Taylor Swift concert.
I like that.
Yeah, that's who I would like to come to my shows.
Okay. I think that's great. I think you should go ahead and make t-shirts for them.
And bracelets.
And
Oh.
it's a great idea.
Did you create any new habits for this year that you want to do?
Well, we can't say. Well, it's not a habit yet. Is it January 3rd
It's
today? What day is it?
I don't know. I don't have
Yes,
it.
third.
You do have it. You just looked at your watch.
It's not, the date's not on there.
Shouldn't it be?
I have just my activity ring and the
see.
time. It's nice and
Oh, very clean.
She
Okay.
couldn't swipe for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's locked.
I have my phone right there. Too. January 3rd. So I do have there's like some things that I want to do more of this year. I have started tracking though. Like this is the sad. I've started tracking what I'm eating.
Your macros.
Yeah.
There's nothing
What
wrong
is
with
a
tracking.
macro exactly though?
Your carbs, fats, and protein.
Oh, that's what. Then that is what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Yeah. There's an app that I got.
MyFitnessPal?
No, I got Chronometer because it syncs with my ring.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So I've been doing that for 3 days, and it's hard. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with it, but it is interesting to see the breakdown of what I'm actually eating.
Yeah, I've tracked many times on and off, or like I eat a lot of the same meals, so I'll track it so I know for the week, and then I don't have to track all week. I'll just eat the same thing. I'm gonna not eat for 2 months.
Oh, you're just not gonna eat. That's easier.
I'm eating like basically nothing for 2 months is my plan. Okay, because I tried the like natural way of doing. Just trusting your intuitive eating.
And didn't you tap?
I got to start the tapping. I'll still
Yeah.
tapping. I'll just tap while not eating.
Okay.
I learned everything I need to know how to do it correctly, but I don't care right now. I would like to lose the weight because it's been a long time right now, and then just starve myself for 2 months, and then go back to eating healthy in 2 months.
What's really hard about starving yourself, besides the
The harder part.
the hard part of starving yourself, is it's going to be hard to work out.
I'm gonna eat only protein
Okay.
and fruit and vegetables. I'll just eat 3 baby meals.
Oh.
It's going to be so worth it.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm so over this.
Yeah.
Of just doing it the right way.
Yeah. Just do it the wrong way.
Just do it the wrong way. Do it the way that every celebrity in the 90s did it. They looked great.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back on track. Then I'll add back 100 calories a week until I'm back at my normal intake.
Okay.
And then track.
Okay.
I have a plan.
I like this plan.
It's very
Are you hungry right
unhealthy.
now?
Yes. I'm drinking lots of water.
Yeah. And you got green tea.
I'm hyped though. I couldn't be more excited about this.
Yeah, I was asking because I feel like I often overeat in the moment. Like I've said this before, but I feel like I eat as if it's my last meal, almost every meal.
I do the same. When I order a meal at a restaurant, I'll order extra because I'm so scared it's not going to be enough.
And it's like, we didn't live through the Depression.
No.
What is that? Why am I so afraid I'm going to starve?
I'm so scared I'm not going to be full.
I'm so scared I'm going to be hungry. And I've never been hungry. Technically. I mean, obviously I've been hungry, but not really.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why I'm so afraid of that. And so I asked ChatGPT, how do I know when I'm full? Because I don't even know if I know. Because I know when I'm hungry and I know when I'm sick.
Yeah.
From, too much eating. And so it said, like, you should stop eating even when you're kind of still hungry.
They say stop at 80%.
But what if my 100 is everyone? What if my 100% is everyone's 200%? We don't know what is real.
I know.
So I don't know what my 80% is because I would need to know what my 100% is. And I've always gone over 100. Okay.
I know.
And why would I go to 80? I don't know. Anyway, maybe you're doing it the right way.
I'm just doing this as a quick because I started my healthy plan last November. So it was a year and 2 months ago, pretty much. And it didn't work.
Yeah.
So that's why I am so excited about this.
I'm excited. I feel like I've gained weight and I've wanted to lose weight for a long time, but haven't really done the work. I've just thought about it a lot and then gotten sad about it, and then just been like, I'll do it because these are the jeans that I bought a year and a half ago because I couldn't fit into my other jeans, and these were just supposed to be transition jeans, but I'm still in the transition jeans, and they're tight. So but I think my goal is to actually exercise more because I never actually did that.
If you just walk, it'll be enough.
I love to walk, but I also think it helps my mood if I exercise more. But then if I exercise more, I'm going to eat more. But like maybe that's okay. Just first start by actually working hard and working out.
Yeah. You got this.
Start with that.
Also, by the way, for some motivation, anytime I've tracked my macros perfectly for 6 weeks, all it took me was 6 weeks
to
see great results. Like a big before and after.
Whoa.
So tracking's definitely worth it.
Okay. I think tracking anything is good too, just to see where like I'm going to try to start, budgeting better, like really seeing what I'm like.
Yeah.
Really need to see what I do every day.
That's why I have a comedy journal, like a regular planner, but just for comedy. So every day I wrote what I did for my podcast and stand up that day.
That's really smart.
I've been doing that for 2 years. And then the last 2 weeks is the first time I haven't written in the planner. And I just did on one page, kind of wrote everything in because I was like, I just need a break from everything, which felt good.
I think that's okay.
But it was good. But also, it's so funny that you said that you asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT has become my therapist.
One of my stories is about ChatGPT.
Really?
Yeah, one of my it's kind of, so let's get into it.
Okay, let's do the stories when we could do the Wieners after then.
Well, maybe this is a wiener. I think
we'll start with the weekly wiener then.
Weekly wiener.
And if not, we'll do it later if it's not a wiener.
I think it still works as a wiener.
Okay, so a weekly wiener reminder, something that bugs you more than it should have. Person, thing, anything. So yours is about ChatGPT?
He's involved. It's involved. The pronouns with it. I always he it.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, Matt Derndak, he corrects me. He's like, it. And but then I don't know why I want to make it they. I don't know. But
they could be a they. It is a they because it's everything on the internet.
Yeah, it's plural for sure. No one. I'm not being PC. I'm being grammatically correct. So do you want me to share my wiener?
Yeah.
So I was in Austin doing shows last month, and that was a big swallow. And the comedy club had really bad service, and before one of the shows, I had heard that Maria Bamford uses ChatGPT before shows if she's feeling nervous or whatever. She talks to it and kind of pumps her up.
I heard that or Audrey was telling me that Jessica Michelle Singleton does that.
Okay. So I was really nervous before one of the shows because my sister was coming and she was bringing like 9 of her friends. And that's
the worst.
And it's very sweet.
Yeah.
And it went really well because those people didn't want me to fail. I don't know what it is when it's like, you just said it was the worst. You get it. Like when you have a loved one who's bringing loved ones, it's a nightmare. But it went well and everyone was very kind. But I was really nervous before. So this is what I said to ChatGPT.
Also, the more you use ChatGPT, it gets to know you. And it remembers it.
So keep in mind, though, it didn't have good service, this comedy club. So I message it. I say, hello, I'm about to do a stand-up show and I'm pretty nervous. I'm nervous because my sister came and she brought a lot of friends. I love stand-up, but not on nights like these. My mood is a little low and I feel sad. Can you say something encouraging? Are you there? Are you working? ChatGPT, are you there? And I'm like panicking. And I go up to the club bartender and I'm like, what's the Wi-Fi password? What is the Wi-Fi password? And he was like, we don't have one. I'm like, yes, you do. Yeah, and it's like, I'm on the show. Like, give me the Wi-Fi. Didn't get the Wi-Fi password. Literally went up on stage, ChatGPT with nothing. No help. And that's not ChatGPT's fault.
Yeah,
it's the club not giving me the Wi-Fi and just having bad service. But I was so mad at everyone and so upset. I was mad at the bartender, like, please just give me the Wi-Fi. And then ChatGPT, you're so advanced yet you still need Wi-Fi?
Yeah, figure it out.
You know what I'm going through? Help me. You should don't just leave me like that.
That's rough.
So a couple of wieners in there.
That's really good. Mm-hmm. Did it ever reply to you after?
Never. I don't think it ever. I think I would have had to send it another question once I got service, and then it would have seen. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it ever registered that I asked.
Damn. We'll have to try another show.
Asking, "Are you there? ChatGPT, can you hear me?" It's really sad.
My messages to ChatGPT are insanely sad because it's you could be so vulnerable. Mm-hmm. It's just a they.
It's just a they.
And it no one's listening. Mm-hmm. No one can read it.
Do you worry though that it'll come back to bite you somehow?
No,
I kind of don't think it, and because I don't also think anything I'm saying is actually. I don't know.
I'm just asking for some advice here.
Yeah.
And the advice is
so
flawless.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And I spent so much on therapy. And this is giving me freaking golden nuggets.
I will say, I have noticed it's not always correct. Have you noticed that yet?
No.
So I think for advice, it's really good. But on my Christmas card every year, I try to do a movie quote on the back. Mm-hmm. So I was asking
always have it on the fridge.
Thank you. I was Chad and I were trying to come up with a new one this year. And we're running out of Christmas movie quotes. And so I asked ChatGPT, I was like, will you send me a list? It sent me a really good quote from the Peanuts Christmas movie, Charlie Brown. And I was like, I read it though. And I go, this isn't in the movie. And I was like, it was a beautiful quote, but it just didn't happen in the movie. Mm-hmm. And I said, who said that? In a Charlie Brown Christmas. And it was like, actually, no one ever said that. It got defensive. It was
it lied to you.
It lied to me.
And it got busted.
It got busted. And it was that's really just the thesis of the movie, but no one actually said that. And I'm like, lawyer.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's not perfect.
For advice, I forgot, Mike, you were telling me that because for his show he needs to know facts about things. I told you to use ChatGPT and you were like, it's not right.
All sorts of musician things. Yeah. We had old people so angry talking about old bands of the 70s and be like, nope, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Oh yeah.
Because his fans for that are die hard. They know the truth, and then ChatGPT would just lie. But I really only use it for advice and therapy.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And YouTube description type of things. But yeah, so we know what not to use it for. But would you ask your therapist a Peanuts movie quote?
No. Your therapist would get it wrong.
You would get it so wrong. So I guess we know where the boundary lies.
Yes. And I think it's really good at you giving it information and then organizing it for you. That's great. Mm-hmm. But you don't want it coming up with your Christmas card quote.
It's so funny that it was actually, I made that up.
Whoops.
Oh, boy. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked it to cite its sources on one of the things, and it literally just made up fake sources. Here's a bibliography of sources. And I was like, oh, cool. So now I'll go to that article. It's that magazine doesn't exist.
No way.
I asked for sources, and it just gave me, here.
That's the most human thing I've ever heard.
It was good art direction is what it gave me. It was I could copy and paste this for a movie, and it'd be oh, yeah, that's good fake art direction. That's it.
That reminds me, when I was in high school, you remember when you have to cite your sources? Mm-hmm. I remember there was a kid who... Because that was always so annoying to have to do.
It was awful.
And to that last page to format it was annoying. But then also just within the paper, you would have to do the last name of the author, comma, the page number or something like that. Mm. The English majors can correct me. But it was just so annoying to have to go find that page. And my friend was like, oh, you just make it up. I didn't end up doing this, but he was like, I make up every page number. He was like, that I just pretend it supports my point.
Wow.
Because he was like, the teacher's not going to go look at that page number.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
I would have never thought about that.
I know.
Interesting.
There it is. MLA font or formatting.
The MLA handbook recommends including URLs when cited online sources. For more information, see the Optional elements section below. Oh, I did not miss school.
No.
But it is fun to think about kids cheating in class
Yes.
using ChatGPT and
Yes.
it just giving them wrong things.
What I heard, I was asking my my friends' parents who are both doctors. I was asking them about ChatGPT and like if they use it at all or whatever. They're both OBGYNs. And we ended up talking about it, and the dad was telling me, I don't know why I refer to everyone as the mom and the dad when they're my friends' parents. It's like, to me, they'll always be the dad or the mom. But the dad doctor was telling me that they are making people, so if you submit a resume and you use ChatGPT, you have to say, like, I use ChatGPT on this resume,
Wow.
which is just kind of annoying because what are you, first of all, are they going to know? Second of all, resumes are just kind of facts. Like, it's not really that important to be original in your resume as long
agree.
as it's the fact, like the truth.
I wouldn't say it. And also,
No.
how are you going to know on
How
a
are you
resume
going to know that that bullet point
was
was ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of silly. I want to hear about your wiener.
Oh, okay. So, flying home, I had a layover, which, this is a multi-wiener too. I hate when you have a not direct flight, but this was the only option. There wasn't a direct flight available.
Come here,
Join
boy.
Wrigley.
Come on, Wrigley.
So there wasn't a direct flight optional, just so no one's like, why would you not take a direct flight? We're at the layover. Oh, I hate when your direct flight takes you away from your house to then take you. So I had from Connecticut, it was a few hour flight to Nashville. And then from Nashville, it was still almost a 5-hour flight to LA. I'm like, I am in the air all day.
That's
I'm
awful.
losing my mind. So we get to Nashville starving. My wiener is the Nashville airport. Everything is just barbecue. Every single restaurant was barbecue. Probably
too much.
8 restaurants. Barbecue. Same menu at every restaurant with just a
Beans
different
and
name.
meat.
I'm like, I don't want barbecue. Where's my other option? Steak Shack had Shake Shack had the longest line because people were like, thank God, not barbecue. And then I ended up eating at one stand that looked weird, but then the line was really long, and I got chicken tenders and fries.
So you found some chicken tenders, but that was maybe the healthiest option.
It wasn't healthy. I didn't start starving myself until
But how are you supposed to eat healthy at the airport?
you can't.
Especially at the Nashville airport when all they have is barbecue.
Oh, I did not want and I wanted a burrito so bad. I wanted that as one of my final going out meals because this was my last day.
Oh, no.
And I was craving a burrito. And I figured they might not have Chipotle, but they'll have some sort of
Something.
Mexican food. Just barbecue.
I'm so sorry.
It bugged me this way more than it should have. Because it just,
Were you alone?
No, I was with Matt.
What did Matt get?
We both got chicken tenders and fries. It's just, we get it. You like country.
Yeah, but that's also I would be pissed if I was one of the barbecue places. I would want to be the only barbecue place in that terminal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have to compete with the other barbecue places
Yeah, I know.
in that terminal.
Just all. And I'm assuming every terminal is the same. Mm-hmm. Can't be that different if this one, it just went hard.
Airport food is so sad.
It's so sad. I usually pack food.
Yeah.
Just for the whole flight, as if I will never land.
Right.
But
You don't want to go hungry.
You don't want to go hungry.
Yeah.
But this flight we didn't because we're like, it's just 2 hours. Then our layover, we can hold off.
That's so scary too, because when you are hungry and you're stuck,
Yeah.
you have no other option.
No. I decided when I went to Austin to do shows, I think a month ago.
Yeah,
I don't think I like barbecue food.
that's okay.
I was excited to try Austin barbecue. I mean, I've had barbecue and I've loved it, but the last time I was like, this is not on my top list of foods.
I guess it technically isn't mine either because I don't seek it out.
Yeah.
Like when I go back to Austin, or even though there's, and even someone asked me the other day, my favorite barbecue, and I kind of had a hard time answering. I mean, it's so fun to go eat barbecue, but I don't crave it.
Yeah.
or need it
I
as
feel
much.
disgusting after I
Oh
eat
yeah,
barbecue.
very sick.
I just am like, oh, I don't. It should have just been meat and greens if you wanted to, and it's just still you'd feel awful.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's my wiener. The Nashville airport really pissed me off. I wanted a goddamn burrito. Now I have to wait 2 months.
That's really sad.
Yeah,
But burritos will still be here.
they will.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And you'll
one
get a
thing you have
good
to
one.
Tell yourself.
Mm-hmm. We might not be here, but the burritos will.
So that's good.
Has anyone ever had this with Wrigley as a guest on your podcast?
Only Chase.
Really?
Yeah. And it was
This
only
is-
on the Patreon. Or no, at the end of the episode. Yeah. Wrigley likes you. He can tell that you're a dog person.
Mm-hmm. Dogs
I
know.
forgot to lock the kennel.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with some Wrigley
No,
love.
not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Have you, so if you guys listen to Macy's last few episodes on here, we talked about the basketball.
Yes.
Have you tried it out on stage more?
Yes. I don't know if that's my hair or Wrigley's, but I have actually.
Okay.
And
So recap real quick.
yeah.
Can you recap them? What
Yes, I
happened
can.
in a
But
quick-
I'm actually trying it on stage. I have that. I filmed that Don't Tell. That's going to come out, I don't know when. Maybe this month, maybe next.
Yeah.
And I briefly mentioned the teeth incident.
Okay.
But I want to do a bit of it longer and like really telling the story. But I only had 10 minutes. And so I was trying to fit everything in. But basically what happened was I was a junior in high school and I went to set a screen and I collided with the other teammate and I fell down and everyone rushed to her because her head was bleeding. And then I realized my teeth were gone, 2 front teeth. And wouldn't that be weird if they were this side? I noticed my canine was gone. Yeah, my 2 front teeth were gone. And so they stopped the game and they like separated us. And I was panicked and I asked my teammate to go look. Can people go find my teeth? Because maybe they can just glue them back in. Not what they can do, but as the game was stopped, they look, they can't find them. I'm like, where are these teeth? And then my teammate comes back and she goes, okay, so we found them, but they're in the girl's forehead.
Yeah. It never gets less gross.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, and she's on her way to the emergency room. And I don't think they wanted to take them out because I don't know. I saw like a Dateline one time. I'm just connecting these things up. I really think I have Wrigley's hair in my mouth, but I can't be certain. I'm not mad at Wrigley. I love Wrigley and I'll eat your hair as much as you want me to, Wrigley. But just have a seat, Riggs.
There you go.
That's fantastic. So, I saw a Dateline one time. This kid was jumping on the bed and he fell off and a pencil went through his heart. And his mom was a nurse. And she was like, don't pull out the pencil. Keep the pencil in. We'll go to the emergency room because if you pull out the pencil, you'll bleed more.
Yeah, I've heard that with like knives and stuff.
So
in
maybe
movies.
that was with her teeth in her head.
Maybe.
They kept them in because
That
they did
makes
keep
sense.
them in. So she took them with her. But I have been thinking about, and this is what I want to turn into a bit that I haven't yet, is like, if she put them under her pillow, that's really not right because those are my teeth.
Yeah, it's your money.
You know what I mean? And that should be my money. And I think she owes me. We were 17. Yeah, 17. So like probably the tooth fairy didn't visit her anymore. But like I think that, or when you're an adult, I think if you get other people's teeth somehow, you should be allowed to put them under your pillow. Maybe that's really what it is.
Yeah.
When you're a child, your own teeth, sure. But if you're an adult and you manage to somehow get someone else's teeth, put those under your pillow.
What do you think that tooth fairy looks like? Because I'm picturing a very different tooth fairy. I'm picturing a tooth fairy that's been to jail a few times.
I think so. I feel like, wasn't there a movie about
Vince
the tooth?
Vaughn?
Yeah. Or was it Vince Vaughn or was it like The Rock?
I think it was Vince Vaughn. Let's
Was it
see.
Tooth Fairy?
The Tooth Fairy movie.
Because that's who it
Vince
is.
Vaughn or The Rock. That's definitely who's getting the 17-year-old's teeth.
Oh, that's a horror movie.
Of course, there's a Tooth Fairy horror movie. I love that though, and this is the first time you thought of that angle.
Yes, and so I haven't done that on stage.
That's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
The Rock.
It's The Rock. You're right.
They do kind of look alike.
I kind of wish it was Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I do too. That would be funnier.
That's so exciting. It's crazy how like you can sit with something for so long and then talk like. Think of that. What did you say on your don't tell? Like, what angle did you go with?
The angle more for my don't tell was that I did a joke in the end referencing George W. Bush, because the dentist I had at the time who gave me new teeth, his claim to fame was he was George W. Bush's dentist at one point. So that's really what I had to get out. So I had to very quickly get through the trauma of the teeth to get to George W. Bush so that I could do this other thing. And I was like, another set will be the longer explanation of the teeth. Because if people see that don't tell, they're going to want
more
to know what happened. And also, and I think I said this on your podcast, but it was so bizarre because, so she left, this girl went to the emergency room. I didn't, because I'm okay. And the game just, we're like, gonna keep playing. So I put in a mouth guard.
I hate this part.
That wasn't molded. It was just the trainer had it. And I went back in the game. And my dad, loves this story because he says I scored like 6 3-pointers in a row. Not true. I mean, I did maybe a couple, but like not 6. And I just played toothless. And it was just, and that night, I wish I had the picture. I took a picture of myself on my Razor phone. Or was my mom's Razor phone? It doesn't matter, but it was my mom's Razor phone. We took a picture, and of course, she wasn't backing up to the cloud with her Motorola Razor.
And that was the only photo?
That was the only photo.
Damn.
And I think I even had an iPhone at the time, so like I should have taken a picture. But I think I was also embarrassed.
I'm sure. At that age, too. I mean, I would have been mortified. Yeah. That would have been very scarring.
Yeah, it was. And the nightmares I still have.
Yeah.
And now, so I ended up getting my teeth redone because the ones George W. Bush's dentist I didn't like. It was as if he was giving me George W. Bush's teeth. They were pretty big. And so then I got them redone, and since then, a couple of them have fallen out.
Oh my God.
And
did you do more than the front 2?
Yeah, so actually, George W. Bush's dentist did the front 4.
Okay, is that so that they match? Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But then the front 4 match, but then, I mean, he did a pretty good job. Yeah. And I will say my jaw was a lot better. He did something well. The alignment was really good.
That's good.
But then I messed with it and it was too vain and wanted it to look better. And
I wouldn't have stopped until they were perfect. And now they look perfect.
Thank you.
You would never know that those weren't your OG teeth.
Yeah. And Dr. Kevin Sands in Beverly Hills did these. And he did the front 1, 2.
How much does that cost?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
I would spend whatever it would take, but
I got them done when my parents were, not that they're not my parents anymore, but they were more so at the age that I was. Mm-hmm. They covered it, thankfully. But not the fallouts. It's like now my teeth are falling out, and they're like $2,000 to a tooth.
$2,000 a tooth. I didn't. Why are they falling out?
Well, the glue's getting old.
What's the lifespan of a tooth?
Not as long as I thought.
I thought it would be you're good.
That's what I thought, but hopefully when it falls out,
you
can save it, and they can just glue it back.
Stop! I hate this so much.
But then your nub is showing.
Yeah.
You know, because I got nubs all under here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They should. So every celebrity pretty much has veneers.
Correct.
So they're all dropping teeth.
They are under warranty for a while. So like, I got one of these re-put on, and so this one's gonna be good for another 10 years or something. But yeah, like it's like I can't keep track of how many years I got on each tooth.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got like a note section in your phone.
Yeah.
A little alert. It's maybe happening soon.
Just carve the date into the back of them before they put it
smart.
in a little serial number.
That's really
you
smart.
Feel it.
It's like Morse code.
Yeah.
The braille.
Sticker,
I meant
like
braille.
Oil change.
Braille is what I thought you said. Yeah. An oil change sticker.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, there's so much you don't know until you got to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm very happy that you're figuring this out.
Thank you.
When you did, so she just taped her don't tell, her dry bar before your don't tell, and you had to do an hour of clean material. Did you
45? Yeah.
2 hours of clean material? Did it force you to come up with a lot of new jokes? Or try things you wouldn't have tried?
I did jokes that were old that I just left for dead. And then I actually was like, oh, wow, I really like these jokes. And I wrote newer jokes to, like, connect it all. I really enjoyed that. I like trying to connect. And it doesn't need to, like, really connect. I don't know if you remember this, but, like, because you were the reason I basically started stand-up because you signed me up for Greg Dean's stand-up comedy class. And he was really good about saying, like, you don't really need to segue because you really don't. Like, when you're doing a joke, you don't have to be like, speaking of, blah, blah. But if you can kind of have more, at least a flow in your mind, it helps you remember.
Yeah. And my favorite comedians I watch, like when I'm trying to watch to study, I am like, God damn it, when did they get here? It just flows.
It flows.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't necessarily need to, like, seem like it flows to the listener, but it flows to you. And I think that was really fun to write and figure out how each thing goes into the next.
I get so distracted when I'm writing, like on my whiteboard. What I love more than writing the jokes, which is, I think it's just a way to procrastinate, but I actually enjoy it, is writing my jokes and writing the order. And like with like my old and new and being like, oh my God, if I put all these together, that's like 25 minutes alone. And then that just never happens. Like eventually it will, but I just love putting the orders and seeing what it could be.
Yeah. I do too.
It's like a math equation.
It is, and I normally don't like puzzles or math but I like that type of.
Same.
Because I liked sentence I don't remember now what it's called. What's it called when you take a sentence and you break it down and you're like the diagramming sentences.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That was sort of the math version of words. So I like that. And that's kind of more what it's like for me. Because I was talking to a comic who did a writer's packet for something, and I did it too. Years ago. Neither of us got the job. But it was for like a late night situation. And she was telling me how she loved doing it because it felt like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And I hated doing it because it felt like a puzzle.
But when it's your own thing, it's always different.
It does feel different.
Yeah. Because you're like excited. You're like, this is going to.
It doesn't feel forced either.
Okay.
I don't know which drink. I'm just kind of
Just
alternating.
have both.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't pee yet. I still have my old tapes from Greg Dean.
I was hoping. So Matt Derndeck found one because mine was on his computer for some reason.
Oh my God.
And I watched a little bit of it. And I was this was from
2014? 15?
15, I think. And I was like kind of impressed because I felt like my jokes I didn't like, but I was the same. That's great. Which was kind of cool to see. I was like, whoa, I feel like there's a persona there that is still me and that I wasn't, I don't know. It was interesting, but I really wish I had all of because I feel like I was not organized at that time in my life, and they put everything on that flash drive. I don't know where that.
I don't know how mine are on my phone.
They're on your phone?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know. I think they were on my computer maybe, and then I synced everything. iCloud. Yeah.
Have you watched them?
Yeah, recently for the first time in a while. And I was like, these aren't bad, like topics. Yeah. And I felt that it was also like the something I would still talk about now. Yeah. And I always think and I tell talk to a newer comic, when you first start, like brand new, I think you're the best because you're authentically yourself. And then you lose yourself and tend to take 10 years to then refine yourself.
That could be true.
Because it's like you just get all caught up in everything and figuring it out.
You try different things.
And then you're like, oh, I was authentically me when I didn't know what I was doing.
Like maybe like I just said, maybe the jokes weren't there, but the persona was or whatever.
Yeah. So I think that in my case, your case, or some people's cases, it's like, and then I want to stay me. It's like, sometimes I get all caught up in like, oh, like, what's like the thing? Or like, I don't know, should I be more of something else? And I'm like, no, just, you're not gonna have fun if you're not yourself. You have to like,
and there's something about it that seems inauthentic.
Yeah.
That other people maybe don't notice, but it's like, I don't.
You'll feel it, which is yucky.
There's only one you. Just be you.
Just be you. I was cleaning out my phone on the plane ride. I only got through 2021, but like the photos, the duplicates, and I had so many screenshots of quotes that were, and I was like dying laughing.
It's really funny.
Yeah, and I was like, "Ooh, these are good."
Save those.
I know.
Favorite.
I did. I saved them. Okay, so we have the teeth joke. What else have you been working on? Have you had any that aren't working, or one you're excited about that's new?
Well, this is, I'm going to pull up my notes here. This is an idea that I haven't really worked on, but I wanted to share here, is that I've gotten rear-ended. In December, I was rear-ended twice.
That's a lot.
And never has it been by a rich person. I was rear-ended twice by people that I do not want their insurance to go up.
Or they don't have insurance.
Or they don't. So the first time I was rear-ended, it was like Fairfax area, and it was an Orthodox Jewish man who had special needs children in the car.
Oh, no.
And there wasn't really any damage, and I kind of I kind of panicked because I was like, what do you do if there's no damage, really? Because even if I think there was like a little bit, but my bumper's already it's been in LA long enough. Like it's bad. And I really just wanted a rich person to hit me so that I can get an all new bumper and not feel bad about it. And it's their fault. And all these times it's been the other person's fault, but I don't feel right about it. So the Orthodox Jewish man, I got his number, but he was cagey about the insurance. So I don't know that he had it, and he said it wasn't his car, and I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, just, and I didn't see the children in the car, but he said there were special needs children in the car, and I feel like he wouldn't lie. I mean, he takes the 10 Commandments pretty seriously, I would assume. So it was just, and Fairfax is so busy, I'm just like, oh, let's just, have it, we're good. We're good. And then I was like, racking my brain after, just like, that didn't go great. I maybe still should have gotten
I have?
But it was okay because I got rear-ended again a couple of weeks after that, and it was this sweet girl who can't even afford a catalytic converter on her car. Oh. It was right before Christmas. I had just bought a Santa. There's a big Santa in my car, which felt like really wrong to like make this girl. And I know it was her fault, and so this one had a little bit more damage, and I really thought about it. I was like, I'm not gonna report this. Yeah. Let's just my bumper can just take a beating, and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh my God.
But then she was pretty young. She reported it.
What?
Yeah.
Why would she do that to herself?
I don't think she realized.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was like not gonna do anything. Then I get a call from her insurance about that. I'm like, okay. Like, because I wasn't going to proceed, but now cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. So do you get to get a new bumper?
Maybe.
I think you will.
I think probably.
Wow.
I know.
That's kind of like good karma.
It is good karma, but I guess I'm still thinking like, so her insurance called me, left a message. I called them back, left a message. Nothing's happened. So I think I would have to follow up again if I really want to do that. But I feel like since she's already told her insurance, like they already know.
Yeah.
And her insurance might already go up. I don't know.
I think I would follow through. She called.
She called, right?
Yeah.
She called.
You're doing nothing wrong.
I wanted to let it go.
Yeah, you didn't call.
Yeah.
She called.
But I just wish it had been someone who I knew wouldn't affect like this. You know what I mean?
There's so many rich people.
Why couldn't they? Well, first of all, because they're in nice cars that stop before it hits you.
Oh,
honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
Yeah.
So the only people left that really rear end people are with older cars. Mm-hmm. And,
God. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Damn.
My car's from 2015, but it does that. It stops before, and it's saved me a lot. But sometimes it stopped, and there was nothing really there. Oh. Like one time I was like mistaked a curb for a car, and I'm like, you kind of just gave me whiplash for no reason.
I mean, that's a 2015 version.
It's a 2015. That's what
I mean. To have it back then is
I know.
Like fancy.
It's brand new in 2015. Yeah, so it's a little old now.
Oh, yeah. I want a Tesla eventually, but it's going to be tough out in LA. Like we said, your cars get beat up, and that's going to hurt your soul so much. Mm-hmm. Now, if my car gets something, I'm just like, Old Faithful.
Exactly, Old Faithful.
Oh.
Do you have a story that you're...
What am I working on? Oh, I've been working on this one for a while, but I told myself I like really deep dived into it to like documents and talking it through with like my friends, and like and then I was just like, I did too much and I had to stop.
Yeah. And
it seems like such a basic joke, but it's like, I mean, everyone could relate to it. You can definitely relate to it. And I haven't heard it done. So I just want to do it and focus it and get it done, because it also will be a clean joke, which will be good, because I want to have like a set ready for like late night in case I ever need it. I want it ready. Is just making plans, canceling plans, because I keep doing it.
Yeah,
and
you keep canceling.
I'm fine with canceling now, because I've told myself it's who I am.
Yeah.
And I'd rather make myself happy than put myself through the torture of following through with the plan.
Okay.
But I just have to stop saying yes to the plan. But it was really funny. The thing that triggered me to remind myself to get back to that joke was when I was back in Connecticut for the holidays with Matt's family. His mom made plans when she shouldn't have, because she was in the moment. And then Matt and I were like, you should just cancel those plans. And she goes, oh, she was like, oh, I know I shouldn't have. I was like, I've got so many, we have to pack and leave the next day. We shouldn't have done that. She's like, but I already told her.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay. And then we said it to his sister, and she goes, oh, well, she already told her at the time. And then we were like, oh, I don't think that canceling plans has made it back.
Wow, they don't know they can do that yet.
I don't think they know they can do that yet.
So this was in Connecticut? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it's in Texas. It's made it to Texas because my mom can cancel.
Okay, my mom,
I cancel. Can your Florida mom cancel?
I think my mom can cancel.
Okay, so it just needs to.
It needs to go. It's covered the South. Mm-hmm. It just needs to hit.
Oh yeah, giving you the time means nothing.
Oh,
I used to have no problem canceling plans and didn't find it rude. I didn't even, I really thought it was just everyone was doing it. And then you realize, oh no, there are some people that follow through. So I think I've been in a stage where I follow through.
That's good.
But then now you have to learn to say no.
Yes. It's a good balance. I also give myself like a limit. Like if I've canceled on somebody twice, I can't do it again. Mm-hmm. You can't just keep doing that.
You do have to keep track. So sometimes you have to look back in your text and see if you've already canceled.
It's just become a bad habit. But the problem is, it's like there's multiple things. One, making the plan is so much fun. And in the moment, I want to do the thing.
Right.
Because we're either drinking or just like high on life, or just happy right in the moment. And then when it comes time, you're not in that zone. No. That zone is gone. So then how you're like, I don't. And then also, if someone tries making plans with you and you say no, you're a bitch.
Yeah, correct. And I wonder if we should just allow ourselves to do more things like impromptu.
I know.
Because that's really, when you're in the mood to go get a coffee is when you text that person, but then you don't want to do it 3 weeks from today. You want to maybe do it today. But I cannot imagine getting a text being like, hey, you want to go grab coffee right now? I mean, like, I would lose my mind. Or like, we don't really do like, I'm in the neighborhood. Like, I have a couple of friends that could do that, but like, and maybe have, but it's very rare. Yeah, we just don't do, and maybe we should do that more.
I'm trying to do more of that, like closer to plans.
Yeah.
Like if it's farther, be like, I'll get back to you when the time gets closer. But, And then my other thought is like making plans when you were, I think after college is when it all went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you were younger, oh my God.
Yeah.
You looked forward to the plan every
Right.
day. I would buy outfits
Mm-hmm.
and like just
Yeah, you didn't ever cancel unless you were deathly ill.
yeah, unless you were sick and
And
then you
someone
were
made
so
you.
bummed you had to
Yeah.
cancel.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's so many things. It's being an adult. I think it's just being an adult.
I think also maybe LA is harder.
Yeah.
Because of the driving.
Yeah.
And the parking and the everything seems so. I mean, New York is really hard too, but I've heard my friends that live there. It's easier to just walk and take the
Yeah.
subway. It's not as. But I don't know. Thought of getting just out of the house.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And then another thing is, as an adult, you only get so much free time.
Mm,
And then with the free time, I want to do nothing.
I know.
But I do need to force myself to like go out. Like when you and Audrey went out and met
Yeah,
up,
that was really fun.
I was so tired that night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to get myself. I was like, you're doing this.
You mean the night where we all dressed up and no one else did?
Oh my God, how did we not talk about that yet? That could be a combined wiener.
Absolutely.
We're in an embarrassing moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we go to a Christmas party that the theme is Christmas movie characters. And I was like, wow, very not just dress Christmassy or wear Christmas sweaters. What a thoughtful theme.
Yeah. And they must mean it.
Yeah, why would they have such a intent, like in detail, such a detailed theme?
Specific.
Specific, is that what's
Yes.
the word? If they weren't gonna do it. And then I'm dressed in a Grinch onesie.
Yes.
And then you and Audrey have such good original costumes.
Yeah, I was Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Margot. And Audrey was the Norwal from Elf.
Yep.
And
Great costumes.
And I just knew. And this party was going to be majority comedians, right? So I'm like, they're going to love it.
Yeah, it's very witty. It's like
Yeah,
it's a perfect costume.
Yeah. But we show up and no one's dressed as characters or really even Christmassy. I mean, maybe a couple Christmas sweaters.
Pretty
but
much no costumes.
No. And I spoke to Dean Del Rey, who was there, and he said that maybe we were just hazed.
Yeah.
Is what he thought. Could be. But
then
I had to carry
Emily-
around a briefcase the whole night.
Oh yeah, so she's carrying a briefcase and you have your hair bumped.
My hair bumped.
And then
Yeah.
weren't a lot of people coming up to you saying
They
something
loved
about
it.
your hair? They
Yes.
loved your hair.
They're like, your hair and your makeup. I'm like, what? This is supposed to, all right. I was like, I'm a character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the last time we hung out. And it was really fun. I mean, you were very tired. We were all very tired. But you lasted longer than I did at the party.
Because I got trashed. I got shithoused. I think that Grinch outfit was covered in piss.
That was,
It was, I mean, I couldn't get it off in time. I was peeing every 10 minutes. It was a onesie. I was wearing a fanny pack over it. Just so much pee.
I drank more that night than I had in a long time.
And we almost did tequila.
Oh, I'm so glad you were like, let's just do beer. And I found, I wandered down by myself to the pizza place.
I wish I went with you. I wish I got the pizza with you. I wish I left when you left. Everything would have been better.
Yeah. I did. There was just this moment. I was like, it's time to go. I came with 5 people and I left alone. I was like, and I texted y'all, I'm going down to Joe's Pizza.
We weren't
but-
checking our phones.
Yeah, no. And, but it just came over me like, no, this is it. Because I also like ended a conversation and I was like, and we're done.
Yeah. I wish that I had that revelation by myself. You know how I decided it was time to leave?
It wasn't the pee in your.
No. It was Guam saying, are you okay?
Oh, no.
And I said, oh no, do I look fucked up? And he goes, yeah. And I go, okay, I'm going to leave. And I'm glad he said that.
Yeah.
I've known Guam. We've known Guam forever. He's the best. And sometimes you need a friend to say,
Wow.
I think it's time
That's
for
really
you
funny.
to go. And it was definitely getting to the point where it you looking around and things are just like looking like you're like, whoa.
Well,
Like surreal, kind of.
And
like,
it's a weird thing too, because it's a lot of quote unquote coworkers. Really,
Yeah.
there are colleagues in it's the drinking with colleagues is. I know that's very normal for comedy, but it's even normal for like everyone has Christmas parties, company Christmas parties. I'm like, this is an HR nightmare waiting to happen.
And I was thinking too, I'm like, okay, when he said that, I was like, yeah, I get it, but like, aren't like that as like a regular, but yeah, I'm like, aren't the comics here always fucked up? And like that's the comedy scene. Everyone's really drunk and fucked up. I'm finally taking part.
Yeah.
And then I stand out. Like that's not what I was going for.
I do think a lot of people are sober now.
Oh, the world is so different. When I had Chris Porter on, he was saying how like everyone was fucked up. All the comics were always
And
fucked
hard
up.
drugs.
Yeah.
Probably.
Everything was different. And now it's like,
No, it's like, do you want a weed gummy to go to sleep tonight? Sure, thank you.
Yeah, I am doing dry January. I do it every year.
I so far I am. So
Yeah,
might as well.
you might as well finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was something.
I thought of it. Oh, go ahead.
Emily was dressed up.
Okay, so that makes me think we weren't being hazed.
I don't think we were hazed. And we asked Brian, and Brian said, I'm dressed up, and he meant dressed up nice. And I was like, yeah, but that's not a movie character.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, well, it was kind of in fine print. It was at the bottom. A lot of people don't go to the bottom and read.
Yeah.
And I think people were like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But we read it and we go, all right,
yeah,
let's do this.
Yeah, fun. I have just the outfit. It's all green and red.
And you don't want to stand out in a bad way. We did.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that there was a mini weenie.
Ooh, mini weenie.
Today that I went on a walk, and in my neighborhood there's a house that every day puts out a quote of the day. Okay. There was a low time in my life I was walking there every day. Now I go like once or twice a week, check out the quote of the day. And it was today's was, I thought this was insane. What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet. Okay, lovely. But Anne Frank said it. I'm like, she didn't get to see any of those days.
What?
That's the saddest quote I've ever. Do not make me sad from your quote of the day tree. What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet, Anne Frank.
That's
like,
the last person.
The last person I want to hear. Like, Jimmy Carter. I would love him to have said that. Don't have a child who died say that.
Oh my God.
Isn't that heartbreaking?
Yeah. I want you to make a joke out of that because that's really funny. I mean,
okay.
You should say it was when you were like going there every day. You needed it.
And then that's what it gave me.
That's what it gave you. Wow. It's like when you get like a really weird fortune cookie.
Yeah. I've gotten some weird ones. And some of them are like, okay, this is just a typo situation. Yeah. And then some of them are really bleak. And some of them are not fortunes. That's what I don't like.
Oh, that pisses me off. I've had that happen too. And I'm like, you know how much I was looking forward to reading this?
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. My mom, I called her yesterday because this is very kind for Christmas. Well, birthday, Christmas joint present. She got me a new bed.
That's a great gift.
I know. Really, I'm so excited about it, but it's been back ordered. So I was calling to see if she had an update of when it was coming in. And she was like, oh, no, I don't know. And so, like, I checked and it's probably next week. And she's like, oh, wait, I know who else I can ask. And I go, no, it's who, what? Like, no, it's fine. That's next week. That's great. She's like, no, let me ask someone else.
Okay.
And I hear this, Zoltar will sing, we'll find out what she has a little Zoltar.
My
And so she asked Zoltar when my bed was going to come in.
What did he say?
Your future looks bright. So I think that means it's coming next week. Yeah.
Yay! That's so exciting.
Am I allowed to do the Zoltar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about in a couple years. Okay. As for now.
I don't even know what ethnicity Zoltar
Is
is.
it Egyptian?
Can we look up Zoltar's ethnicity? Zoltar.
Oh, I didn't do the Zoltar
ethnicity. Yeah.
Do you think anyone's ever searched this?
Bad people.
Okay. Zoltar the Fortune Teller is a coin-operated machine that was featured in the movie Big.
Right.
Zoltar is built by hand. Okay.
He's
in Boulder, Nevada?
okay. So he's
white.
he's from Nevada, and okay. Well,
Blue eyes.
blue eyes,
Which I know you don't have to be white if you're from Nevada. I'm just...
or you don't have to be white if you have blue eyes.
But it does, the closer you look at him, it looks like he's a white guy with blackface.
It does look a bit self-tanner, and I think this accent is A-okay because it looks like it's made up.
Yeah, I think you're in the clear.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Ah, great.
I'll do a whole Zoltar bit then.
Yes.
Zoltar.
I did a ditzy moment, and then we'll get into the Misery Loves Company segment. So, end of the year, beginning of the year, trying to... I was like, you know what? I watched this Elvis documentary. Did
Yes.
you watch the one that came out with
Yes.
the guy, the brother?
Oh, no.
Oh. Not that...
I'm
there's a
Kings of
couple-
Tupelo.
Yeah.
I have not seen that yet.
So he talks about, which I shouldn't base anything in my life based on what this person did, but he listened to this Tony Robbins record on repeat, and then that's when all the Elvis stuff began. And I was like, I've never listened to Tony Robbins, so I put in my Audible, put Tony Robbins. I was like, let's see what it's all about. And as you just think of people making fun of him, like the voice and like characters, not like making fun of him, but like characters of
I know
him.
what you mean. Yeah.
And so I was like, let's download one. So I downloaded it, and I'm like, oh no, this is Anthony Robbins. It must be his brother. I didn't know that his brother also did books.
I'm confused. What's happening?
I downloaded the book.
You
and it was
downloaded
Anthony Robbins, and-
not Tony. Oh, I get it. What's
and-
happening? Okay.
yeah. And I was like Googling Tony Robbins' brother, and then I was like, you know what? Whatever. He's clearly successful too. Let's just
listen to him.
it. And I already
He's
paid
a
for it.
Robbins.
He's a Robbins. And then he's talking about how he started from scratch, and I'm like, but if his brother started and he got famous off of his brother,
Yeah, then you didn't.
then you didn't start from scratch.
You're a Nepo baby, Anthony.
You're a Nepo baby, Anthony. And I'm just like, I can't believe a word this guy's saying. So then I'm like, let's go back to Google. And I'm like, Anthony Robbins. Let's read his bio.
It's weird. It matches exactly.
This is
Tony's.
Anthony bio. Stage name Tony Robbins.
Right. You don't know that Tony the Tiger was Anthony the Tiger?
I never knew it was Anthony the Tiger. I never knew.
You don't listen to Tony Jeselnik ever? Tony Jeselnik is good.
Oh, he's really funny. He's really funny.
I love that you found that out recently.
Oh, it was. I was like, and then once I was like, oh my God, Mandy. But you don't really know many.
No.
I mean, besides the ones you listed. It's not really.
Yeah, Anthony and Tony. That it's not super close.
I see it now.
Yeah.
I definitely.
You can't unsee
so
it.
clear.
Yeah.
But
Dick and Richard, that's a hard one.
that's a hard one. But we know it. We play
Yeah.
around with it.
Yeah, Anthony and Tony. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, successful brothers. They're doing.
I
Very
love
well.
too that you just assumed brothers. You didn't not father son.
Because
like,
I saw the picture.
Oh, same
And
age.
yeah,
You're like twin brother.
Yeah, they look very similar.
Yeah.
So that happened.
So this is amazing, but did you like the book?
It's only an hour and a half, but I just downloaded it on the plane, and so far it's good. I didn't listen to it enough yet. I don't hate anything that he's saying. I think all these books say the same thing.
Correct.
It just is kind of nice for
But I
you
still
to
like
just
it.
be reminded. It's just he went into this long story about Honda, which kind of lost me.
Honda the car?
Yeah, they had a crazy start and tons of failures to get going, and
Like Tony and Anthony.
like Tony and Anthony. So that was supposed to be motivational, but yeah. So Tony, Anthony, and ChatGPT are my new therapists.
Wow.
Yeah. Whew.
That's really funny.
It's very scary. But the holidays were long, and I'll blame it on that.
When did you get back to LA?
New Year's Eve night.
I got back the 1st.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
We're fresh. We're getting back into it.
I've already started cleaning out my closet,
Oh, yeah, same.
and it feels great.
I unpacked. I cleaned all of the... I was like, I'm going to give myself until Monday to get ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm eating... Like,
You're
started
starving.
the eating thing. I'm starving myself.
Yeah.
But...
Well, you're not eating.
So I'm not eating. I started that. But the rest of the things will start Monday.
Yeah, that's what I don't think New Year's resolutions really start until a Monday.
Yeah.
You can't do
That's
midweek.
crazy shit. Anthony would never recommend that.
No, Anthony and Tony
Yeah.
are both pretty easy on start dates.
Yeah, you don't want to jolt yourself too quickly. We all know that.
Ease into that.
Ease. The 2 weeks on vacation weren't enough.
It's not vacation.
It wasn't.
It's not.
Oh God. Okay, wait. Let's get into the Patreon. We'll finish. We'll continue this on the Patreon. So make sure to go to Misery Loves Mandy Patreon for the rest. But what would you like to plug besides
This liquid death is so this is my favorite liquid death flavor. It's the Dead Billionaire tea lemonade. I also just like their normal tea, but this tea lemonade is delicious. It used to be called Armless Palmer. I'm not kidding.
Was that too much for people?
I think it was too much. I think it was maybe mean to people without arms. So now it's Dead Billionaire, which is, mean to billionaires, but no one cares about that.
They're fine.
And I still love it. Same taste, same great taste, just different name. So Liquid Death, I love it. But it doesn't help me just yet.
Yeah.
So to plug for me, my podcast, SSR I'm Okay. That's spelled SSRI''M space OK. I don't know if you should worry about the apostrophe. I think it'll come up anyway. But then just my Instagram, Macy Isaacs, MACEYISAACS.
Cool.
And I post my things.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Shall we sign off? See ya.